In August 2016, the quiet suburb of Enfield, North London, became the site of one of the most shocking and tragic cases of modern-day exorcism ever recorded. This is the story of Kennedy Ife, a 26-year-old man whose suffering ended in a death that stunned both police and the public. It began with a simple complaint, a pain in his throat. Kennedy told his family that he felt something strange inside him. But soon after, his behavior changed dramatically. He grew violent, erratic, and paranoid. At one point, he reportedly bit his father and threatened to cut off his own genitals. In fear and confusion, he cried out that there was a python living inside him. For Kennedy's deeply religious Nigerian family, there was only one explanation. They believed he was possessed by a demon. Instead of calling for medical help, they began an intense home-based exorcism. Using cable ties and excessive force, they restrained Kennedy to his bed. Over the next 3 days, the family took shifts praying over him, chanting and reading scripture. They believed they were saving his soul, but Kennedy's body was breaking down. He became dehydrated, exhausted, and struggled to breathe. On the morning of August 22nd, his brother finally called emergency services, saying Kennedy needed water and medical attention. When paramedics arrived, it was too late. Kennedy Ife was pronounced dead at 10:17 a.m. When police entered the home, they were horrified. Kennedy's body bore over 60 wounds, including scratches, cuts, and what looked like a human bite mark. Even his father and brothers had injuries from the struggle. The entire Ife family, his parents and 5 brothers, were arrested and charged with manslaughter, false imprisonment, and causing the death of a vulnerable adult. Investigators described the scene as chaotic and deeply disturbing. During the trial, Kennedy's father, Kenneth Ife, testified that he ordered his sons to use overwhelming force, but only to prevent Kennedy from harming himself. He denied any connection to cults or occult practices, insisting it was an act of desperate love, not cruelty. One brother, Colin Ife, told police, "It's clear that thing was in him. What we believed was a demon. It was not natural. It was trying to kill him." For months, the case divided public opinion. Was this a crime or a tragic misunderstanding of faith and mental health? After a 4-day jury deliberation, the verdict was announced on March 14, 2019. All 7 family members were found not guilty. Kennedy Ife's death remains one of the most haunting examples of how fear, faith, and mental illness can intertwine with deadly consequences. Was this truly an act of exorcism, or the tragic result of love blinded by belief? You decide.